Hey, what's up, guys? Just to kind of piggyback off of what Mark was saying, I think that's a good idea to kind of have, video segments of just kind of talking about maybe what each individual is noticing, or if they have any ideas for some different things that we could be doing differently. I know the curriculum thing has been going really, really well for myself, and obviously going off what Mark was saying with being able to play things all the way through at different tempos and things like that, and get a better understanding of how things work, but not only that way, but how to apply it. So what I like to try to do is take examples from different rhythms, or if it's say like Sweet Sixteenths or something like that, and try to play that all the way through different tempos and things like that. I'm guilty as all, not using the metronome and things like that for everything, and kind of trying to breeze through it, but have kind of like real world applications with that, like how certain bars in there or certain measures can actually turn into different fills, and kind of correlate that with like, well, this is kind of the same fill that they use in this song, or that's kind of the groove that you're hearing with this. So trying to connect the dots with why students are doing the things that they're doing, and how it makes sense in real world applications. I noticed that some of the students get a little frustrated, not frustrated, but they get a little bored when they're just like, oh, I'm just playing this rhythm, or whatever, all the way down through. What's this doing for me? But I think if we show them that, hey, if you've heard this before, that's what this is, or if you've heard this before, that's what that is. And then they kind of get a little bit more excited about that, because it's actually something that they can physically apply to something to, make their drumming, set fire. So that's the one thing that I've been noticing. Like I said, just those types of things. And again, with the preparation thing, with students coming in, I don't have sticks, or I didn't do this, it's kind of like what Ryan would say, or anybody would say, you don't go to dance class without your tap shoes or your shoes, it's just something that you just don't do. And we have to have that mentality as well. As far as the studio's going, I think the studio looks amazing. All the hard work you guys have been putting in. Sorry I've been so absent. This move has been kind of killer. We're moving in this weekend, so once this stuff kind of settles a little bit, it'll be easier for me to bounce back and forth to be more active. So yeah, again, I apologize for those types of things, but I think everybody's been doing a fantastic job keeping on top of things. Everything seems to be flowing very well. Everybody seems to be on the same page with everything, which is something that for me, I've always wanted to have since day one. I want to make sure that, like, if we're doing something, that the entire team knows, hey, this is what's up, what's your feedback, what are your thoughts. And I think that the more that we have that sense of everybody has involvement, I think it's going to make people feel more obviously appreciated, and their voice is going to be heard. Even if it's a good idea, if it's a bad idea. If it's a bad idea, maybe we turn it into a good idea, maybe based off of what somebody else has to say. So those types of things I think are really, really important for us to stay communicated. I don't want to have the burden to always be kind of like on Mark. I know Mark puts in a lot of time. He's there every day. A lot of us that have other jobs going on and things like that. It's tough sometimes, and I know Mark's a little stickler, and he doesn't like to ask for help when he needs it. He just kind of does things, which is fine. But I think that we all need to be hypersensitive to that, and proactive with trying to make sure, hey, like checking in with them, or even Ryan. Ryan's busting his tail. I mean, everybody is. If there's anything that I can be doing for people, it's I want to make sure that the machine stays oiled. So that's just something to think about. If there's something that if you go in there and if you go into Epic and things like that, and you're like, well, I wonder what I can be doing. I'm sure there's something that Mark or Ryan or myself or somebody could be like, hey, we need to kind of focus on these types of things. So yeah, this is good, Mark, to do this type of thing. The goal for me is to be able to come in there, like, hopefully tonight, and I want to start tuning those kits up, get those sounding good, because we want, when the kids play on something that sounds good, they're going to be inspired to play. It's going to inspire them to want to play better, or just inspire them to want to play. So yeah, I think that's all I have for right now. But again, as things come through, like, I'd like to see, more people kind of like popping on here, even if it's for a quick minute, 2 minutes, kind of seeing what's going on, not only with just the Epic Life, but your personal lives, how things are going and things like that. If there's anything that you need. But I think that we're doing a really good job. All things considering, with everything been going on, now it's back to school. So we're going to see I'm afraid we're going to see a lot of changes of people being like, well, I can't do this, I can't do that. I've already had that with a couple students saying, I can't do this lesson now because I have this, and it's just, it sucks. But we need to try to stay firm. We need to be like, hey, this is what the times that you have. It's really hard to make accommodations when you make a schedule, and I think everybody knows that, and that goes anywhere. So yeah, that's all I have for right now. If you guys want to keep doing this, I think this is a really cool idea that Mark's doing. I think we should do it more often, and just throw your feedback in there. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Later.